Is Jenny on?
Yes, Jenny's on. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're all here joining us. My name's Michelle Howell, and I live in Northern Virginia, and we are all part of the Juice Plus community. And I know some of you maybe already love your Juice Plus, and some of you maybe have never heard of it, but we are here tonight to share our personal experiences with Juice Plus. So I personally have been part of this community for 13 years now, and I've been eating Juice Plus for over 16 years. And I am so grateful that one of my very best friends in the world shared this with me when she did, because I was really ready to listen. And it's just been a blessing in my life ever since then. Personally, at the time, I wasn't very concerned with my own health, but I was pregnant with my first baby. And I knew I wanted to do everything possible to set him up for success, because, we all know that good health is not an accident. And so fortunately for me, amazing things happened in my own body as well. But you are not here to hear from me today. So I am really excited to introduce some really good friends of mine. We will start with you, Cassie. We all want to know, how did you learn about Juice Plus and why did it make sense to you? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, good. So I actually was introduced to Juice Plus by my mom. And I've been taking Juice Plus for a little over 2 years now, but my mom was actually introduced to Juice Plus through Jessica. So it was kind of like a weird thing where she ended up texting me. My mom didn't tell me she was texting me. So they both pretty much shared it with me, I guess you could say. So it took a little time before I signed up, but once I saw the research and the fact that I could get it for my kids for free, it just made sense.
Awesome. And just fill us in a little bit on what's been going on with you since then. Like, how have you been feeling?
I've been feeling great. I definitely have more energy. I have 3 kids, so I'm constantly running around with them with sports and different things. So I need that energy. I feel healthier. My skin's, much clearer than it was. I feel like my hair is growing more, my nails. So yeah.
Perfect. And you have absolutely gorgeous skin and hair. So if we could all be so lucky to be as gorgeous as you. Okay, so thank you so much, Cassie. I'll be back to you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Now on to my friend Nicole. Again, we would love to know how you learned about Juice Plus and why it made sense to you, and maybe just a little bit about what's been going on with you since then.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Well, I actually learned about Juice Plus from my close friend Cassandra that just spoke. About a year and a half ago is actually when I heard about it. At that time, I started feeling kind of like lost, I guess to say. I don't know another word I could use. Because my son was 2 at that time, and he gave us a big scare the summer of 2020. So after that, I just felt like a little unsure and scared at the same time. I think my whole family did. So what I was searching for was a way to give better nutrition to my family and understand it in a whole as well. So my goal was to help juice up our immune system and just have a better barrier than what we currently had. I knew we had to be lacking something. So seeing the research that Juice Plus had, I knew that this had to be a good benefit to add to my family's health and daily intake. So it just made sense because it's food. It's my family's easy button, and especially having little ones running around, not always making the best choices of what they put inside them. Knowing that they eat them every day, having this good nutrition, it makes me feel good. And then actually at the same time, during that stressful time, I ended up finding out I was pregnant with my 3rd. So during my whole pregnancy, I was able, I was on Juice Plus for maybe a month prior to getting pregnant. So my whole prenatal care was all Juice Plus. So I have a total Juice Plus baby now, and he's only 7 months old now. So to see, I already see some, positive things. Different things occurred to me while I was pregnant as well. I didn't have morning sickness. My other 2, I did. I had horrible morning sickness. So, I mean, I have great energy. I know right now my whole family has very good benefits that they're seeing from after taking it for a year and a half or so. My husband definitely tells me he has more energy and it makes him happy, he tells me. So as long as he's happy, so step by step, slowly, we're trying to get our health more in line and understand our bodies in general. So back to you, Michelle.
Awesome. I love that. And I love that easy button. As I said, I was pregnant with my first one. I learned about Juice Plus, and then I have two, and they're both teenagers now. So when they were little, I had much more control. I know Carmen says this all the time too. I had so much more control over what they put in their faces, and now they're teenagers and they have a lot more mobility on their own, and who knows what they're eating. So I'm so glad that we have this safety net for them. So thank you so much for sharing that, Nicole. And now Jenny, over to you, my good friend Jenny, who I love. We would like to know how you learned about Juice Plus and why it made sense to you.
I love you too. Goodness. So it's been about 14 years, and I learned about Juice Plus from a very loving person, another mom, and heard about it, I would say, and then learned about it really through Carmen, but I'll save that for the second half. And I was in a place, I had like an open skeptic, but I was also really desperate. My son, my youngest, I have two sons. So Reed was born with just a crap storm of yucky inflammatory stuff. So he had allergies, he had asthma, eczema, visible eczema. The asthma was so bad that we had a nebulizer that became part of our furniture. We kept it plugged in all the time. He would just inevitably get that cough that I, as a mom, could hear all the way down the hall, even though he had two doors closed. And would go in, give him his treatments, and just started to see at the pediatrician's office his stack get bigger and bigger. And the picture was, you have a sick kid. And, even though Reed wasn't an ER baby, he wasn't like gasping, that kind of an asthma. You guys probably know, the emergency inhaler. To me, it was worse because it was such a picture of longevity, like a long-term sickness, and everything I was told about what he probably could not do. I just happened to put that thing over his mouth and see the medicine go in his body, and God bless medicine. I'm super not slamming that at all. It's just that I thought there has to be something we can do. And then I also kind of not only was I not comfortable in my own skin, but from a mental, emotional standpoint, I had struggles. I was always very anxious, had seen some weight shifts, and I didn't understand at that time that it was so inflammatory, that there were things going on in my body that were making it really difficult for me to level out, normalize, did all the different diets and the things that I was trying to learn how to be healthy and do that. So when we learned about Juice Plus, it became the most profound, one simple change and an irreversible catalyst. It created such a huge shift for us that literally Reed's body began to step up. His color came back in his skin. The eczema eventually went away. They were open to eating food. They were super picky and constipated like every other kid, every other mom, and they were now reaching for different foods. It was metabolic reprogramming, and we learned from Dr. Sears, and it was a godsend. So that was our story. And with me, so he's, whole different kid now, select soccer, basketball, forgets to even go to well visits. It is amazing. And for me, I really had an incredible journey of being able to get comfortable in my own brain and my own mind. The anxiety gets better. My body feels normalized, and I'm 51 years old. And you guys, telling you, there's whole food supplementation, nutrition, when you have it consistently in your body, it's the miracle it's the consistency that creates the miracle. So it is something that I would never go without ever in my life. And the people that I love the dearest put it in their body because they know.
Thank you, Jenny. I love that so much. And I can relate to so much of what you were sharing. For example, the medications, that was the big change for me. I had horrible allergies my whole life. And then I also had chronic sinus infections, like 5 or 6 every single year consistently. I was on antibiotics all the time. And those things are just not a part of my life anymore. And it's just amazing. There's no words for how good that is. So thanks for sharing with us, Jenny. And then I know personally, once I realized what this was doing for my family and in my own body, there's no possible way that I was going to be able to keep this to myself. So I'm going to go back to you again, Cassie. We want to know what inspired you to share Juice Plus with others.
Right. So what really inspired me to, start sharing Juice Plus with others, since starting Juice Plus, I've actually been able to alleviate, some of the health issues I was having prior, and actually get off medicine that was prescribed for me. So it's actually been about a year now that I've been off the medicine, which is nice. So naturally I wanted to share with others too. And to let them know, that there is hope and that they can get their health back in check. This business allows me to dream again. This business has given me a sense of purpose that I was looking for, after having kids. Prior to this, I used to work a lot of nights and weekends, and I always felt like I was, missing out on things with my kids. And this business has given me more freedom to work, when I want and where I want. So if I want to take a day off and go to the beach or the zoo with the kids, I can. This business has allowed me to contribute to my household income more, and plus the community is amazing. I've never worked somewhere where I had so much support and encouragement, and I'm truly thankful.
Yes, these are my most favorite people. I love this community so much. I wouldn't even know so many of you. I wouldn't know any of you if it were for this amazing community. And I just love you all so much. So I'm so grateful for that. And then now to you, Nicole, what inspired you to share Juice Plus?
Thank you, Michelle. Well, what inspired me was the community and all the wonderful stories from everyone who's known about Juice Plus for way more than I have. And that really helped, get me to understand it more and just feel more confident even in myself, me speaking to others. So that was really what inspired me, just viewing all you wonderful ladies and men too, anyone, So, I just knew that I also, needed to make this fit into my family's budget. So that's what helped me make the decision into partnering as well. I making that decision though, which I didn't realize, it helped me gain so much more that I didn't even realize I was going to, the wonderful community you girls were just speaking of, getting education to continue to educate myself and understand so much about health in general that I never even knew I had an interest in. Even when I was younger, I guess a lot of people don't have much interest, and some people may not, but once I had a family, like I didn't even think I needed to have more of that education, but, as I'm getting older, I'm getting smarter and wiser too, so that definitely. And then also, my family's health is just continuing to improve, and the changes, my kids are now, making healthier decisions, asking for more beneficial snacks or just getting it themselves as well. Celery is eaten in the house more often than it was ever a year and a half ago. They always love their fruit, but just more on the vegetable side, that's starting to be more broadened. So that's really what inspired me. And I just hope to get more comfortable and continue sharing and, go further. So back to you, Michelle.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you, Nicole. I too love the education that we get. It's amazing. When I first started learning about all this stuff, I really thought that tuna helper was a healthy meal because I would put peas in it. And I thought that I was doing great. That's like something good I was feeding us. And now I know better. And I'm just, so grateful that we get this education. And now I really know how to nourish myself and my family. I'm not getting any younger, but I want to still stay feeling younger. So I'm really grateful for that. Okay, Jenny, on to you. What inspired you to share Juice Plus with others?
Yes. Well, so I would say, initially for me, I was just ridiculously obsessed in a good way with the information, the education. I remember hearing Dr. Du Bois, Dr. Richard Du Bois, who recently passed away, is one of my favorite people, and infectious disease doctor, talking about nutrition and disease, and then also nutrition and prevention, specifically Juice Plus, the research. He had worked with AIDS patients back in the 70s, and just awe-inspiring. And I pulled off the side of the road, like listening to it. I literally could not get enough. And that was the first day I learned about it. And I heard from my friend, she's like, here, listen to this. And so, I think at first it was Juice Plus is fantastic. I always tell people, try to get those two words out of your brain in the sense that we're talking about fruits, vegetables, and berries that are in capsule form. It is whole food supplementation. And it is a godsend. At the same time, at the end of the day, you have to understand that this is something that you can do easily, and we did easily. And so I knew that. And then I met the people that were, shared it with me, and the people that they were around, and had a different life then, right? I was married. We were comfortable financially. I mean, that makes a big difference, because I was very passionate as a hobby. And I was totally okay with that. That's where I was. I also wanted to offset our own costs because I wasn't working. And didn't feel great about that. That's a whole different story. But like, I love being a mom, but I was conflicted. So I thought, I'd share with a few people, offset our costs, great. And that's what it looked like. And then it shifted a lot. Before we got divorced, and even during the divorce, I think just looking at, growing as a person is really difficult, and you're in no better hands than this community. The people that I have in my life from Juice Plus, I mean, to say they're family, I get teary even thinking about it, because it has changed my life, you guys. If you want to level up your life, if you want support for people that have zero expectations of you, you want to have another stream of income, and you're earning money from doing something that you would do without getting a penny. That's the truth about what we do. We share because we are natural sharers. If you have a heart for helping other people, and you read something and it impacted you, you made a change, you're going to tell somebody about it. And that's what we do with this company and this business. So it's cleverly disguised in a lot of different things. And so now, in a new chapter of my life, and after the divorce, I had to really look at what it would look like to do this more intentionally. And you have different seasons, and I'm in a season where, if you allow yourself to do what's on your heart and get out of the way and share with other people and learn and be passionate, everything is possible. And what you earn is a direct reflection of the people that you're touching. So if you look at your paycheck, whether it's $50 or whether it's $5,000, that's what you're doing. And you're a blessing no matter what you do. And so when you've got that kind of a message coming to you, and you've got every day living in passion and purpose and inspiration, when you've got your head on like that, and you've got crap days, you've got good days, but people love you no matter what, and it's about being the best version of you, who is not going to want to do that? So we don't keep that to ourselves, and we do it, and I think, in a loving way. So it is huge. I've got some good goals for this year and beyond, and I'm excited about it because I get to see Michelle soon, and hopefully everybody else.
Yes, I can't wait to see you next weekend. Thank you so much for that. And I do love the opportunities that we have for growth and personal development. And I just want to share a little bit about why I was compelled to share here too, because it was different for me. As I said, I couldn't keep it to myself, but I actually saw this as an opportunity for my family to create income. My husband is in the military, and so we have moved quite a few times, and my background is in graphic design, and I was having to start over each time. And then the one move, I sent out so many resumes and found nothing that was worth, going to work and putting my kids in daycare for. So we made the decision for me to stay home, but that was expensive. And I also never saw myself as a stay-at-home mom. So I was really struggling with that. I was feeling like I didn't have the community, and I didn't have something that was for me. I wasn't contributing to our income, one, but also, I don't know, I need to feel like I'm doing something productive. I love my children a lot, but also that wasn't enough. If that makes sense to you, I needed to do something more. My husband was also gone a lot, like more than he was home. And so I needed a community of supportive people around me, which we've already heard from. So this really has been such an amazing opportunity. We've lived in Europe. We've lived in 3-4 different states since I started doing this. And this business has been able to travel with me everywhere we've gone. And it's grown every time we moved, instead of me having to start at the beginning. So I'm so thankful that I said yes. Okay, I said we weren't going to hear a lot from me, but I can't help it. I get so excited. Okay. So I want to make sure that everyone understands what Juice Plus is, because the concept is so super simple. I'm going to share just a really quick 3-minute video with you so that you can just learn a little bit more.
Eat more fruits and vegetables. It's about the only thing every expert agrees on. You need to eat more fruits and vegetables for the health you want.
We eat plenty of protein, we eat plenty of carbohydrates and sugar, we have plenty of calories. What we're missing to be healthy, to be at our optimal best, is the nutrition of plants.
We know that we need to get probably at least 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, and most of us can't or don't. And that's where Juice Plus comes in.
Juice Plus really helps bridge that gap between what we're supposed to be eating and what we do eat.
Juice Plus provides the nutrients from 30 different fruits and vegetables every day. And they're micronutrients. You don't need a whole lot of them. You just need a little bit every day.
Such a quick, easy, once a day, simple thing to do.
Juice Plus capsules and the Juice Plus ingredients are non-GMO. They are vegan.
Tested for herbicides, pesticides, yeast, mold, and fungus. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, even the capsule.
Juice Plus helps in making healthy living easier because of what I call the 3 E's. It's effective, and we know that it works because of the research. It's efficient. How quick, easy is it? I mean, if you have time to yawn, you can swallow the capsule. And it's economical.
When you tell somebody to change their diet, you might as well ask them to learn a new language, especially if they're an adult, because so much of our life is centered around food. But if you ask somebody to take some capsules, that's one simple change.
I like to look at Juice Plus as the one simple change to help get people started.
We're not asking them to go out and run a marathon. We're not asking them to join a gym. We're simply saying, with your nutrition, try making one simple change.
Habits are tough to change, but if you start slowly and just start one at a time, then you'll notice after that you want to do more of the healthy things and less of the bad things. What really got me involved with Juice Plus was the research.
20 plus years of real clinical research, not mice, not hamsters, not cells, people.
Over 40 publications in the medical literature.
Randomized controlled, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials done at major university hospitals by the researchers who were tops in that field.
People are always looking at labels. Labels provide very limited information. What matters is bioavailability. Are the nutrients actually getting into your blood?
20 of the clinical studies that have been done show bioavailability, which means that the nutrients are getting into the bloodstream.
Beyond that, we've shown functionality. It gets into the blood and it helps different tissues and cells and systems work better. That's as good as it gets.
Brain health, skin health, gum health, lung health, heart health, supports a healthy immune system. There is no other fruit and vegetable supplement on the planet that has the quantity and the quality of nutritional research that Juice Plus has.
Juice Plus is not a magic pill. Juice Plus is not the only thing that people can do. For the past 17 years, I have enjoyed the benefits of over 30 fruits and vegetables every day in my body.
In my 27 years, I've seen a lot of these copycat products come and go, and they come and go. Juice Plus stays because it's the standard.
Let me just stop it. Okay, so we're back, and I know we just kind of have scratched the surface about what Juice Plus is, but I want to thank all of you for taking your time I know you're all busy, so I appreciate all of you taking your time to be with us tonight. I just want to tell you one more very exciting thing. We have something called the Protective Plus bundle, and so it's the fruit, vegetable, berry, and omega blends. If all of those together, that's what our whole family eats, the Protective Plus bundle. If you order in January, if you get started this month, it's 10% off for your whole first shipment. So that's 4 months that you get at 10% off. We've never done this before, and it's very exciting. So if you'd like to learn more, just get with the person who invited you tonight. Okay, I'm going to